A wave is powerful. It is neither good nor bad. Yes, a wave can destroy sandcastles, but it's also great for body surfing. Imagine standing in front of a wave with your hand out in front of you and saying, "Stop, wave." This would be completely ridiculous, although potentially entertaining, and we all know it wouldn't work. But this is how we often treat anxiety. We tell ourselves to just calm down already. In the end, our stop doesn't work. Our anxiety bowls us over like an ocean wave would. We are defeated, frustrated, or embarrassed. We assume something must be wrong with us. Having anxiety does not mean you don't have enough faith or are a bad Christian. You are not wrong for having anxiety. Almost everyone feels anxious at some point or another. So if you can't stop the wave of emotion by force of will, how do you get through it? Like waves, emotions rise and fall and take their course. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end. When you learn to ride out your emotions with God, to feel your way through them, they don't tend to knock you down quite as often. It may sound strange, but this may mean you need to lean in to your anxiety, as if you were body surfing that wave. Leaning into your anxiety may be as simple as talking about it with someone you trust. Working through this devotional, whether alone or with a parent or youth leader, will go a long way toward this goal. Instead of wearing yourself out by yelling at the wave to stop, you're invited to look at God-given ways to live with your anxiety, to ride these emotions out from beginning to middle to end. Sometimes, the waves of anxiety just keep coming. Even then, this doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. It's a reminder that we're all works in progress. It's true for me too. I'm still not a professional anxiety body surfer, but I now have many stories of how Jesus has met me in beauty and power as I've struggled. How Jesus meets us in our anxiety. The Lord is no less present with us when we are anxious and stressed out. In fact, He loves us right in our anxiety, and He offers us hope. He even gives meaning to our anxiety in light of His bigger story of redemption for humankind. To find that love, hope, and meaning, we look to the Word of God. I pray that out of His glorious riches, He may strengthen you with power through His Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. And I pray that you, being rooted and established or grounded in love, may have power, together with all the Lord's holy people, to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know this love that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. Ephesians chapter 3, verses 16 through 19. In the counseling world, we talk a lot about grounding when anxiety comes up. Tips, tricks, and techniques can be super helpful, and we will cover our fair share of these in this book. But ultimately, we need to be grounded in something more powerful than ourselves. We need a trustworthy, grounding source of love and identity that isn't dependent on us, one that isn't dependent on our own knowledge, abilities, or emotions. Like Paul says in Ephesians, we need a love that is wider than our worst fears, longer than our what-ifs.